Hi, beautiful people. My name is Indra. I'm one of the students of the Medical Intuitive Mastermind. And I feel really honored, to talk to you today in this little video about my experience. But before I go into the course, I want to go rewind the time 6 months ago, about 7 months ago, when I decided to join and really just tell you where I started and where I am today. About 7 months ago, I was in a very bad state health-wise. And, I've been an energy healer. I've learned other modalities. So this is not about superiority or inferiority in modalities. It was just like that I was working, in my case, one-to-one with Skylar, and she opened up this course. And I just knew really from the bottom of my heart that it would be an amazing addition to the work and the health team that I had to get my health back on track. I felt really scared at that stage of my life. Not the kind of fear that you have because you step into the unknown and you go out of your comfort zone. It was a fear for my life. I really felt that I felt so deeply depleted and so scared of the prognosis of my life that I really didn't know what was the best step to do and how to really get through this. So I was deeply grateful when I really decided from the heart that I would do this course and just try to do the best I can in the circumstances I was. And it was really one of the best decisions that I made. The healing capacity, the learning, the exposure to the teachings of Skylar, but the way how she teaches them, how she talks to you, how she created this course was just the most wonderful and amazing experiences I had. It's been really safe to say that it has completely recalibrated, profoundly grounded me into healing my spirituality and my perception of life, but most important, into the power of my own being that I wasn't prepared for. I just thought this is a course that's going to take my mind off my story and I'm just going to study so I can keep a really positive mind and have a focus in life so I can get through the life experience that I have. So that was my intention. And I thought, and along the line, I learned more things about health. And by the way, what is a medical intuitive? So obviously, I'm an energy healer for a long time, but medical intuition always was not really very much on my frontier. I wasn't very busy with medical intuition, even though I knew that there is amazing medical intuitives out there, but it just never crossed my path that much. And maybe also because I was working for many years in the healthcare industry, in family care, and maybe because that work kind of traumatized me that I really thought like, nope, not going there, not going there. Medical intuition, But it was really the connection I had with Skylar that I just knew from the heart that this would be a course that would profoundly change my mind, profoundly change my experience of life. And I can really say, and I get really emotional when I share that with you, it has saved my life to be part of this group, to be taught by Skylar, and particular to be taught the topic of medical intuition by Skylar. Words cannot express what I have gone through in the last few months. And I'm pretty sure that every student could say that because from the sharings and the growth that we all went through in every single person in a very different way, but so profoundly, so deeply transformative. I had really prayed for a miracle in my life. And I had really prayed deeply for a miracle to really transform and break down those barriers that I just ran into again and again and again, always on a deeper level, always on a different level in life, where you change and you grow and transform. But I had this really deep, deep calling in my heart that was really saying, something is missing, Indra. Something is missing that you don't see. Something is missing that you haven't experienced yet. And I had no idea what it was. I am a really experiential learner, so I'm not really doing things because I think I need a certification. But once I meet somebody or something and the heart just says, yes, I'm doing it, no matter what it is. Maybe that sounds crazy to you, but this is how it works for me. And it has shown to be the correct way in my life again and again and again. Every single time when I disregarded this kind of divinely inspired action that I need to take, my life was not going very well. So I knew in the moment when Skylar was promoting this course that I had to do it. And it was very interesting because it was very much confrontational for me, because I was also so scared. Will I be able to heal? Will I be able to learn this? Even though I'm a very experienced healer. And yet I had so many fears about learning something new, about stepping into something new. So it was actually the right time for me, even though in my life was very challenging on a physical level, that I really chose to do this course. Now, not everyone in this course has the same life experience or had the same motivations to do and follow this course as I did. But I was one of the people that really physically struggled a lot. And again, you know, I didn't take this course as a replacement for therapy or medical treatment that I needed or healing that I needed. It was an addition because I really wanted to set my mind onto study and focus on something positive. I deeply prayed for a mentor and a teacher like Skylar, and I never saw it coming because I had followed her years before and I always loved her work and her energy. But when I really stepped into the student role and she became my teacher and the teacher to the whole group, it was like something was awakened inside of me that I hadn't met before. And that is the kind of energy that actually has started to create unconditional health in my life now, which I never thought I would ever be able to achieve that level of health. Now, I won't lie to you, I'm not there 100% yet. I'm still working on it. But what I've learned in these 6 months, the wealth of knowledge, and you keep seeing my hands like this, I feel like almost like an Italian, you know, but it's really, I mean, I use this gesture from my heart because it's just really, really profoundly groundbreaking new information that I have never been exposed to before. And yet it felt like I'm remembering everything. And that is the energy that she holds. Again, I'm an experiential learner, even though my intellect and my mind always likes to interfere. And, you know, there's nothing wrong about the intellect or the mind wanting to learn. But I knew deep down in my heart that health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health is created in a very different way. And I hadn't found those tools yet. I hadn't found that perception yet. I hadn't found that depth yet of wisdom that would really bring something into my life that I really deeply desired, because it was a prayer for many years. I knew deep down in my heart that this was coming. I was praying for that kind of light to come into my life. And again, it's not about this technique being better than other techniques, because as Skylar says, there's many ways to heal. And, you know, I love other techniques as well. I love other energy modalities, and I love nutrition and exercise and, you know, medical treatments when appropriate. So I'm really open to everything. But my deep, deep sense of self, I would even go so far of worthiness, of self-acceptance, of self-love, and most important in my case, of self-compassion, have risen to the levels I've never known would be possible. And that is how much the illness in my life had really started to degenerate me, my physical health, and all other aspects in my life. So I'm deeply, deeply grateful for this course. I really am. The amount of knowledge you're being taught is mind-blowing. But again, this technique is not about the mind, it's about the heart. And this is one of the most fundamental differences for me generally when I work with different techniques. It feels supernatural for me. I remember last year that I was teaching a course that was related to medical intuition. And a student of mine then asking me, would you consider yourself a medical intuitive? And I said, really, like directly, very defensive. No, absolutely not. Because it felt like a skill that I wasn't feeling even worthy of living, of embodying, of using. And doing this course with Skylar has really, really busted this myths and this limitations in my mind and this deep sense of unworthiness that I could actually really step into that divine power and, you know, facilitate this kind of healing for other people who struggle deeply with their health. Me becoming so ill has really forced me, literally forced me onto my knees. And it's been a really hard time, I can tell you that. But being in this community and having this amazing people and this amazing woman, teacher, mentor, Skylar, and healer that she is, has profoundly changed my life. I'm so deeply grateful. And when you feel that this is calling you to become a medical intuitive, to really recall your birthright of knowing how to create unconditional health in your life and support others on their journey to unconditional health, then this is the course for you. Absolutely. I wouldn't doubt in my mind. Not for a single second. This is the course for you. Absolutely. And if you resonate with Skylar as a person, then even better. I think this course is an embodiment of Skylar, of her soul, of her beauty, of her strength, of her dignity, integrity, of her deep, profound wisdom. And it's absolutely, absolutely delicious to be part of it. I'm doing better thanks to Skylar, because I also worked one-to-one with her and to an amazing health team that I had. So please, 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 please don't use this course as a replacement for any therapy you need, but it's an amazing, amazing, amazing addition. And you will definitely become a professional medical intuitive. I can say that, guaranteed. If you're up for it, if you're willing to do the work, if you're really open to grow into that spiritual athlete that you will become when you do this course. And these are Skylar's words, not mine. Yeah. So this is also a level of excellency that she represents, and where she really invites you to up level and to grow into that stronger, more expressive soul and human being that you really can be. So this is enough, not to bore you too long. I send you so much love and many, many blessings. And I'm pretty sure there's more students out there that are going to share their stories. So, you know, stay tuned for all the feedbacks, and maybe this is calling you for your life to become a medical intuitive. Bye.